Imagine a land of towering icebergs. Shimmering glaciers reflect the sunlight. The air is crisp and cold. This is Greenland, a place of stark beauty and ancient mysteries. It's a land shaped by ice and shrouded in legends. Greenland is a vast island, the largest in the world that isn't a continent. For centuries it has captivated the imagination. What secrets lie hidden beneath its icy cloak? Let's embark on a journey to uncover the story of Greenland. Subscribe and like for more epic discoveries. Long before Europeans set foot on Greenland's shores, ancient myths whispered of lands in the north. Celtic legends spoke of a mystical island called Thule. This mythical land was said to lie beyond the edges of maps. Could it have been Greenland? These stories, passed down through generations, hinted at the existence of a frozen world. Some tales spoke of icy mountains and strange creatures. Others told of a land where the sun never set during summer. These whispers traveled on the wind. They sparked curiosity in the hearts of adventurers. Were these lands merely myths, or did they hold a grain of truth? In the 10th century, a Viking named Erik the Red was banished from Iceland. His fiery temper and frequent clashes with others had finally caught up with him, leading to his exile. Erik was known for his intense and often volatile personality. He had a knack for finding trouble wherever he went, and his reputation as a fierce warrior and a stubborn leader preceded him. Forced to leave his homeland, Erik sailed west into the unknown. With nothing but the open sea ahead of him, he embarked on a journey that would change the course of history. He had heard rumors of land in that direction, whispered tales of a place beyond the horizon. These stories, passed down through generations, spoke of a land that was waiting to be discovered. Erik was a skilled sailor and a fearless explorer. His knowledge of the sea and his unyielding spirit made him the perfect candidate for such a daring expedition. After days at sea, battling the elements and navigating treacherous waters, he finally spotted a vast, icy land. The sight of this new territory filled him with a mix of awe and determination. It wasn't the most welcoming sight. The rugged coastline and the stark, icy landscapes were a far cry from the lush green fields of Iceland. But Erik, ever the optimist, or perhaps a cunning strategist, saw an opportunity. He envisioned a new beginning, a place where he could establish a thriving community. He named the land Greenland, a name that was as strategic as it was hopeful. By calling it Greenland, he aimed to attract settlers with the promise of fertile land and new opportunities. He hoped this inviting name would attract settlers. The promise of a new life in a land called Greenland was enticing, even if the reality was far more challenging. Could he convince others to join him in this harsh but promising land? Erik's vision was bold, and his leadership would be tested as he sought to turn this icy wilderness into a thriving Viking settlement. Erik the Red's gamble paid off. Vikings, intrigued by tales of Greenland, set sail to join him. They established settlements on the island's southwestern coast. These hardy people braved the harsh conditions. They built farms, hunted walrus and seals, and traded with mainland Europe. Life in Greenland was challenging, but the Norse adapted. They built sturdy homes out of turf and stone. They relied on their livestock and the bounty of the sea for survival. For 2 centuries, these Viking communities thrived. They even had their own bishop and churches. But their world was about to change. Section 5. The Vanishing. Where did Greenland's Vikings go? By the 15th century, the Norse settlements in Greenland had vanished. These settlements, once thriving with life and activity, became ghost towns, their inhabitants seemingly disappearing without a trace. Their disappearance remains one of history's most intriguing mysteries. Archaeologists and historians have long been fascinated by the sudden vanishing of these communities, sparking numerous investigations and theories. What happened to these hardy people? Theories abound. Some suggest that the Norse settlers, who were known for their resilience and adaptability, faced challenges that even they could not overcome. Some believe that a cooling climate known as the Little Ice Age made farming impossible. The once fertile lands may have turned barren, unable to support crops or livestock, leading to food shortages and starvation. Others speculate that conflicts with the Inuit, who had arrived in Greenland around the 13th century, led to their demise. The Norse and Inuit may have clashed over resources, territory, and survival strategies, resulting in violent confrontations. Disease, famine, and even emigration have also been suggested. Epidemics could have swept through the settlements, decimating the population. Alternatively, the Norse might have decided to leave Greenland in search of better opportunities elsewhere, abandoning their homes and way of life. The mystery of their disappearance serves as a reminder of the power of nature and the fragility of human existence. The harsh and unforgiving environment of Greenland, with its extreme weather and isolation, may have ultimately proved too challenging for the Norse settlers to endure. What clues might lie hidden beneath the ice, waiting to be discovered? Modern technology and ongoing research continue to uncover new evidence, offering glimpses into the past and the lives of those who once called Greenland home. Perhaps one day, we will finally unravel the mystery of where Greenland's Vikings went. Section 6. Rediscovering a Lost World. Greenland emerges from the mist. For centuries, Greenland remained a remote and enigmatic land, but the age of exploration brought renewed interest to the North Atlantic. European explorers once again set their sights on Greenland. In the 16th century, navigators rediscovered the island. They were met with a land transformed. The Norse settlements were gone, leaving behind only ruins. The Inuit, who had adapted to the harsh conditions, were now the primary inhabitants. Greenland was no longer a forgotten land of Viking legend. It was becoming a place of strategic importance in a world hungry for new discoveries. Section 7. A New Era Greenland under Danish Rule. In the 18th century, Denmark, seeking to expand its influence, established a colonial presence in Greenland. They claimed the island as their own, ignoring the Inuit people who called it home. Danish missionaries arrived, aiming to convert the Inuit to Christianity. Trading posts were established, and Greenland became a source of valuable resources like whale oil and furs. The Inuit, once independent, found themselves subject to Danish rule. Their traditional way of life was disrupted. Greenland's fate was now intertwined with that of a distant European power. Section 8. Greenland Today, a land of ancient beauty and modern challenges. Today, Greenland remains a part of the Kingdom of Denmark. However, it has a large degree of self-governance. The Inuit people are reclaiming their cultural heritage and striving for greater autonomy. Greenland faces unique challenges in the 21st century. Climate change is having a profound impact on its environment. Melting glaciers threaten coastal communities. At the same time, the melting ice is opening up new possibilities for shipping and resource extraction. Greenland is at a crossroads. It must balance its traditional way of life with the demands of a rapidly changing world. Section 9. A Vital Future. Greenland's Importance in a Changing World. Greenland may seem like a remote and icy outpost, but it plays a crucial role on the global stage. This vast and sparsely populated island is more than just a frozen wilderness. It is a key player in the Earth's climate system and a treasure trove of natural resources. The island's vast ice sheet holds within it a record of Earth's climate history. By drilling deep into the ice, scientists can extract ice cores that reveal data about past temperatures, atmospheric composition, and even volcanic eruptions. These ice cores are like time capsules, providing invaluable insights into how our planet's climate has changed over millennia. Scientists from around the world are studying Greenland's ice to understand the effects of climate change. The data gathered from these ice cores helps researchers predict future climate patterns and assess the potential impacts of global warming. This research is crucial for developing strategies to mitigate climate change and adapt to its effects. The melting of the Greenland ice sheet has significant implications for sea level rise, affecting coastal communities worldwide. As the ice melts, it contributes to rising sea levels, which can lead to increased flooding, erosion, and displacement of populations in low-lying areas. The fate of Greenland's ice is therefore a matter of global concern. Greenland is also rich in natural resources, including oil, gas, and rare earth minerals. These resources are essential for modern technology and energy production. As the Arctic becomes more accessible due to melting ice, there is growing interest in exploring and extracting these valuable resources. As the Arctic becomes more accessible, there is growing interest in these resources. However, the extraction of these resources poses significant environmental risks. The fragile Arctic ecosystem is particularly vulnerable to disturbances, and any industrial activity must be carefully managed to minimize its impact. Greenland finds itself at the center of geopolitical discussions, balancing economic opportunities with environmental concerns. The island's strategic location and resource wealth have attracted the attention of major powers, leading to complex negotiations and policy decisions. Greenland's government must navigate these challenges while ensuring the sustainable development of its resources. The decisions made in Greenland will have far-reaching consequences. The island's future will shape not only the lives of its inhabitants but also the global community. As we face the challenges of climate change and resource management, Greenland's role on the world stage will become increasingly important. The choices made today will determine the legacy we leave for future generations.